says, Isaiah 43 and 11, I, even I, am the Lord Jehovah, and beside me there is no Savior. I have declared and have saved, and I have shewed when there was no strange power or God among you.
Yeah, 45 verse 17, brother.
Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Lord power, I am God. Now Isaiah 45 and 17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation.
In other words, that salvation they can't be put off. Because you do have Muslims that believe that. They believe that the children of Israel, they went off, so the Lord is going to just push them to the side, and all of a sudden everybody can get a whiff of the salvation. No, that's not going to happen, because if the Lord said, like I said, the Most High is not a man that he should lie. So if he says something, that's what it's going to be. So let's read that again, brother.
Isaiah 45 and 17, but Israel shall be saved in the Lord.
So who's Israel? First and foremost, we got to keep saying, who's the children of Israel? Is it those Scamalakai individuals in the Israeli land? No. We're the Israelites. Okay? So now, give me the book of Romans 11, brother.
Now bring out this precept.
I tell you what, did you finish that?
There's a little bit left.
Finish it.
But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. He shall not be ashamed nor confounded. World without end.
World without end. So that's a world without end. So we're going to further solidify that fact that we have an everlasting salvation. Romans 11. Believers, you could stop in verse 1.
Romans chapter 11 and 1. I say then, hath the Most High cast away his people?
Exactly.
God forbid.
God forbid. In other words, hell no. He didn't cast away his people. Because if he cast away his people, then that way he would then be in conflict with what Isaiah said. Okay? There would be a contradiction. So if Isaiah said that our salvation is everlasting, and also in the New Testament it said that he did away with his own people, that would make him a contradiction, which the Most High doesn't contradict anything. Go on, brother.
For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin.
And that's why we can say, okay, without a shred of doubt, and not being wrong at all, we can say that the New Testament goes right along ahead with the Old Testament. What did the scripture says? The scripture says that he declared all things, and also he have also declared new, referring to the Old Testament and the New Testament. What does it also say in Psalms 47? Okay, matter of fact, let's get it. Let's get it. It says in the book of Psalms 47, it says, I come to the whole volume of the book, and the whole book is written of me. Front to back, back to front, baby boy. Let's get that.
Book of Psalms chapter 40 verse 7. Then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book.
Okay.
It is written of me.
Alright.
I delight to do thy will, O my God.
Exactly.
Yea, thy law is written within my heart.
Exactly. The law is written within my heart. So you have these Israelites, you got some of them that believe in just the Old Testament, and some of them that just believe in the New Testament. But to just believe in one aspect of the Bible, you're going off on that. Because what does it say in Ezekiel? Give me the book of Ezekiel, brother. You know the one I want. So you got to put these combinations together.
I've got a precept, Bob.
Yeah, go on, bro. It's the combinations, man. Like, for example, if you have a combination lock, in order for you to open that door, you better know those combination numbers, man.
Psalms 18, the one you just read, in it. Psalms 18:50 says, Great deliverance giveth to his king, and he showeth mercy to his anointed, to David and to his seed forevermore.
Read that again. That's a beautiful one. Read that.
Psalms 18:50. Great deliverance giveth he to his king, and showeth mercy to his anointed, to David.
Show mercy to his anointing. Go on.
To David and to his seed forevermore.
And to his seed forevermore. That's the everlasting salvation. Because he had mercy on his people forever.
The house of David being risen up right now, isn't it?
Right. Exactly.
Seed.
Yep.
Ezekiel chapter 3 and 1. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel.
What does it mean? Does it mean literally where you gotta find a roll and eat the roll, and you eating paper. No, it's talking about getting this truth, digesting this information in your mind, and then you go what? Go on.
So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. And he said unto me, Son of man, go get thee unto the house of Israel.
Now it says, go get thee of the house of Israel. So once you know this understanding and this truth, then you gotta go teach the Israelites. So when we go out here and teach the word of the Lord, our intention is to teach Israelites. Okay? We're not out here to teach the whole world, because the whole world is not a part of the Bible. Now the world is written up in the Bible, but when it concerns salvation, the world doesn't involve that. The nations of the world don't involve that. Okay? There's a place that the nations will play in the kingdom of heaven, but they will not reap the benefits of that of the kingdom of heaven. Alright? We are. Go on.
And speak with my words unto them.
And speak of my words unto them. So we're here to use the Bible to speak the words. We're not out. The Lord didn't command us to go learn the scriptures and then go speak our own mind. No. The Lord says, speak my words unto them. And that's why it's very essential that the Akim that's teaching, they have to also stay in the scriptures as it is written. Because we can't do like these pastors are doing. We'll quote one scripture or two scripture and then filibuster throughout the whole entire church service. That's nonsense, man. That's like, that right there also shows you that them pastors and them pedophilistic Catholic clergymen ain't no men of the Lord, man. Go on, brother.
For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech,
Alright,
and of a hard language, but to the house of Israel.
but to the house of Israel. So we're sent forth to wake up those of the so-called black, so-called Latino, so-called Native American Indian. We're out here for y'all, alright? And we're there to also seal the elect by the will of the Lord as well. Go ahead.
Not to many people of a strange speech and of a hard language, whose words thou canst not understand.
Alright, that's it on that. So the point of the matter is you gotta eat this whole entire roll. You gotta know the history, you gotta know the laws, you gotta also know what's within the New Testament. Alright? You gotta also know how to break down the parabolic saints. So once you have all of these things being digested in your mind, now you go teach the whole house of Israel. Okay, that's how it's done. So you got Israelites talking this nonsense about, oh, I just believe in the Old Testament, and I just only believe in the New Testament. They going up. That means they didn't eat the whole roll. Okay.
And Yahweh Shah says, man should not live by bread
Bread alone.
Every word.
But by every word. See that?
For sure.
See?
Every word.
Yeah.
Every word. So you're supposed to know these scriptures.
And that's in the New Testament.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. You know, I'm glad you brought that, man. If you can find that, brother. I think that's in John 7 and start from verse 35. Let's bring that out too, man. That's a very good point.
All the way back.
Yep. Yeah, John
7:35.
Yeah, John 7 and 35. See what that says.
John chapter 7 verse 35. Then said the Jews among themselves, whither will he go, that we will not find? I don't think this is the one.
We go to verse 30. I know it's in John 7 though, somewhere in John 7.
What's the point?
It says, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word. Oh, it's in Matthew's 4. Matthew's 4 and 4. See, these ain't nothing but animals, man. Grown-ass people acting like animals.
Yeah.
They don't have to act like that. There's no need for them to act.
Yeah,
They act
exactly.
like that anyway. Because they can't help themselves and they have nothing to live for again.
Yeah.
Okay? Anyway, brother, let's read that.
Matthew chapter 4 verse 4. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that
By every
proceedeth
word that proceedeth, going
out of the mouth of the Most High.
out of the mouth of the Most High. So that's what we're supposed to do. Not come out here engaging and acting like a bunch of animals, man, howling like beasts in the jungle. Okay? We're supposed to act like civilized men, man. But that's what this society condones. It condones all kind of corruption.
Right.
And that's what these young people are doing right now. They're pretty much acting out what they've been watching on TV. Corruption. But what do? We We renounce corruption. Put that aside and teach the complete truth and bring you up on things, man, and have you stand perfectly to be an upright man. And that's what we are. We're upright men. We're not perfect, but we seek for perfection.
Right.
Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil.
Right. That's not right. So that's what this society is all about. Calling good evil and evil good. And this is why these motherfuckers out here, these animals out here, are going to be destroyed. Okay, but we're going to get back to the point, bro. Let's go on.
Matthew 4:4.
All right.
Brother Lord.
Yeah, so you got to know the whole book, man. From back to front, front to back. You got to know how to break the parabolic sayings down. Like, for example, those, like the passages, they'll say, oh, we can't read the book of Revelations because it's sealed.
Yeah.
That ain't right. It is sealed to them. It is sealed to them.
Why did it, like, could you break that? Why do they, I don't understand, why do they do that?
With
They're
the pastors.
They're supposed to read every word.
Right. But you know though, brother, you got true pastors and you got false pastors. So they right about that. They right. In their world, they're right because it is a book sealed unto them. I'm going to get that scripture too. Let me see if I can get that now. Oh, Isaiah 29 verse 11. I got a quick copy of it.
The Benjamin used to talk about the Maccabees Bibles years ago. That if you read it, you get cursed on you for reading it. So they banned it in Jamaica. Book of Maccabees, because which the Most High did do that anyway, but seal it to them.
Yeah, he did. Yep.
And to reveal it into the John 12:4.
Yep.
Seal up the book until the time of the end. The knowledge will be increased.
Daniel's 12, brother.
Daniel's, like
Yep.
yeah. So now it's not sealed anymore. You can get it
it's all
now
open.
through the power and spirit of your Bashim Yashar.
Exactly.
Matthew 11:25. And at that time Yahweh Shai and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent.
Because thou hast hid these things from the wise and the prudent. So you even got these scholars that are proclaimed higher level scholars of the Bible, and they don't know this stuff. And to further back the scripture up, because I met one guy from he was coming from university, and he declared himself a theologian, and he doesn't understand his Bible. I was reading scriptures that he didn't even know about. I went into the Greek and the Hebrew, and he didn't even know what to do. So let's read that again.
Matthew 11:25. And at that time Yahweh Shai answered and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth,
Okay.
because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent,
Right.
and hast revealed them unto babes.
The wise and the prudent of this world. You know what scripture we get, brother, in the New Testament. The wisdom of this world is foolishness. You don't have to give me that. So the Lord revealed this knowledge unto babes. In other words, people that you wouldn't really regard as knowledgeable.
Yeah.
All right, because we have that look where you wouldn't think that we're knowledgeable people.
Yeah.
But the Lord has blessed us with this information and this knowledge and understanding. Now we're able to stand upright, rather than howling like a bunch of animals all day, like the species be doing out here. All right, like spider monkeys. Go. You gonna get drink? Yeah. What's that? Get chocolate, brother. Oh, can give me some more.
Good, yeah, I'm alright. Nice.
Water, brother. Huh?
Yeah, what's it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 19. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High.
Right, so it says the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High. All of them different teachers that taught you what you needed to know about this world is all a waste of time. Okay, all of these different theologians and those that study some kind of level of theology, they don't have the wisdom, so it's vain. They don't have the true wisdom that we have, so their wisdom is vain because it ain't helping nobody and it's not leading anybody to the truth. Truth pretty much elevates your state of mind. They're bringing forth lies which develops you. Not develops, but what's the word I want to say, man? What's the word, man? You know, when you know a lie or anything of that nature, what happens is
Wakes you up or?
it breaks. Nah, that's not what I'm looking for. Right, it underdevelops you.
Oh,
Okay, but the truth develops you into a higher level.
right.
And if you notice, people that are on the lines, you can see that they're walking zombies.
On a low vibration,
Right, they're on a lower vibration.
Yeah,
Okay, so they're undeveloped. We're fully mature and developed. Go on.
yeah.
For it is written, He taketh the wise in their own craftiness.
Right, go on.
And again, the Lord knoweth the thoughts of the wise, that they are vain.
Right, and you know the thoughts of the wise that they are vain, because what they know, this is not going to change the world. It's not going to change nothing, but it correlates with the world the way it is. So what is it going to change? It's with the world. Go on, brother.
Therefore, let no man glory in men, for all things are yours.
For all things are yours. Go on.
Whether Paul or Apollos or Cephas or the world or life, things to come, all are yours.
All are yours. In other words, it's information that we know. Okay? So if we know this information, then we're going to apply this information by faith. And we're going to also have faith with what we know. In other words, we know that the kingdom is coming. So we're going to have faith on that.
Yep.
All right? Go on.
And ye are Yahweh's, and Yahweh's is the Most High.
Right, and Yahweh is the Most High. So that's all of us. That's all of ours. We have that. Okay, now go back to what you had, brother. And that's just the difference between the lie and the truth. See, the truth will always enlighten you and waken you, but the lie will have you zombified, underdeveloped.
Or acting like these people that how they're acting.
Right, like howling monkeys, chimpanzees,
Pissing on the wall.
spider monkeys.
You see what they're doing? Pissing on the wall and all that kind of. That's like
That's an animal.
no future for you, boy.
Yeah. Only animals do that, man. Only dogs do that, man. You know, when you go out in the midst of the city, the dog pisses in the midst of the street, don't he? So why is mankind doing it? So these people are nothing but animals, man. Come on, brother.
Mark chapter 4, verse 9, and he said unto them, He that hath ears to hear, let him hear.
Yeah.
And when he was alone, they that were about with him, the 12, asked him of this parable. And he said unto them, Unto you it is given to know the mystery.
See, that's another thing right there, the parables. Because the disciples were simple. They thought that Yahweh was supposed to teach all of Israel and awaken them. No. Yahweh was going by the book. Isaiah 6, remember? It says that the Lord is not going to convert all of Israel. Alright? So he knew that. Go on.
Unto you it is given to know the mystery of the kingdom of
So
God.
first and foremost, you have to know the parabolic sayings. You have to know the Old Testament, the New Testament. Alright? And then you also have to know the parabolic breakdowns. So these are the three things that you have to eat. Pursuant to Ezekiel. Okay? Eat the whole world. Go on, brother.
For unto them that are without, all things are done in parables.
Right, let's read that again. Let's read that one more time.
Unto you it is given to know the mystery of the kingdom of God.
Okay.
But unto them that are without, all these things are done in parables.
Right, all these things are done into parables. Right, because it's for us to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. Why? Because we're the prophets. We're the servants, the prophets. What does it say in Amos? It says the Lord doeth nothing, but he revealeth his secrets to the servants, the prophets, man. See, this Bible, it all comes together. The Bible don't contradict itself. You got these jokers talking about, the Bible contradicts itself. And they haven't read a passage in their life. Alright, they haven't read a scripture in their life, and they're the first ones to talk shit about the Bible. Come on, man. Come on, brother.
That seeing they may see and perceive not.
Right, and seeing and perceive and they see not. Isaiah 6. Let's get Isaiah 6, brother. So you gotta put these again. You gotta put the combinations together. If you go precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little, then you get your answer. Let's get Isaiah 6. And that proves right there that Yahweh Shai knew the Old Testament. Because he knew that all of Israel was going to get it. And that's why he quoted it in Matthew 13, quoting Isaiah 6. So we're going to read Isaiah 6.
Isaiah chapter 6 verse 9. And he said, Go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not.
Okay.
And see ye indeed, but perceive not.
Alright.
Make the heart of this people fat, and make their eyes heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart,
Right.
and convert and be healed.
And I got another verse too. This is Isaiah 29 verse 11. And it says, and the vision of all is become unto you as the word of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he said, I cannot, for it is sealed, man. Alright? So to those that claim to be theologians and they claim to, have some kind of scholarship in the Bible or whatever, they need the breakdowns from us because they can't understand that it's sealed unto them. Alright? And the reason why it's sealed unto them is because the Lord ain't dealing with them.
Yeah.
That's why. Okay? So read that again, bro.
Isaiah chapter 6 verse 9, and he said, go tell the people, hear ye indeed,
Right.
but understand not.
Okay.
And see ye indeed, but perceive not.
Receive now, go on.
Make the heart of these people fat,
Right.
and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears,
Right.
and understand with their heart,
Right.
and convert and be healed.
And convert and be healed. Because every last one of us got eyes and ears, right? But this is spiritual talk. This is parabolic talk. You have the spiritual eyes to see. And you have the spiritual ears to hear. And if you have these two things, then you will receive the truth. But if not so, and that's the case, you cannot receive the truth no matter what you do. Alright? So the brothers that's got this truth, man, gotta count yourselves lucky. And step on it. So I can put the books on top of it. Oh, okay. Alright. And that's why the average person, they think that we're quacks. Because we're able to read the Bible and understand it very well. But guess what? This book is our salvation. The ticket to our salvation. Okay?
Yeah.
Come on, brother.
And none of us don't need to go to no theologian school.
Nope.
Vocab Malone.
Exactly. Exactly, man. We didn't have to go to no schools from Esau and learn this thing. Alright? It says that the wise men of this world are foolish. The wisdom of this world is foolish. So vocab Malone and you little cats out there, man, that are small in the Bible. That's from what's the guy's name, man? General Equana. That's what he said. You small in the Bible. You know? We're large in the Bible. Okay, read on.
Back in Mark chapter 4 verse 13, and he said unto them, know ye not this parable? And how then will ye know all parables?
Right, so if you don't know the parable, how will then you know other all parables? Go on.
Alright, then the sower soweth the word, and these are they by the wayside.
Right.
When the word is sown, or when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately,
Right.
and taketh away the word that was sown in their hearts.
Okay, and you may have a guy that may come up and they may listen real good, and then all of a sudden the dude's wife comes up and stares him away from the work, and then he forgets about it like he ain't taught him nothing. You know, go on.
And these are they likewise which are sown on a stony ground,
Okay.
who when they have heard the word immediately receive it with gladness,
Immediately received it with gladness. Go on.
and have no root in themselves.
And have no root. And it tells you that in the book of Galatians. It says, be ye rooted and built up in them. So you have guys that'll come into the truth excited as all hell, I'm an Israelite, and all of the nations, they're going to go into slavery on the mean, and all of this good stuff they hear, right? All of a sudden they fall right back into the world. Go on, brother.
And so endure but for a time. Afterward, when affliction or persecution arises,
When affliction and persecution arise and go on.
for the word's sake, immediately they are offended.
Right. You know, you've had certain brothers, man, that got into trouble with the law enforcers, and they said, you know what, I gotta go back to what I was doing before. I ain't ready for this. You know what I'm saying? Or they had to go join the camp. They didn't want to join the camp. They wanted to do their own thing because simply they can't communicate. You know what I'm saying? So you got all of these different situations that occur amongst certain guys that didn't really believe in what they were getting involved in anyway. That's what Matthew 13 is talking about. And this is parabolic. Go on.
And these are they which are sown among thorns, such as hear the word, and the cares of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches.
And deceitfulness of richness. Let's read that again.
And the cares of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches, and the lust of their own things.
And the lust of their own things. Let's rerun that again, bro.
And these are they which are sown among thorns, such as hear the word, and the cares of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches.
And the deceitfulness of richness. That's Nate. Go on.
And the lust of other things.
And the lust of their women and their children. Go on.
Entering in, choke the word.
Entering in, choke the word. Mainly the wealth.
And becometh unfruitful.
And becometh unfruitful. And that's why Nate is going crazy. He's bugging out because that church is being destroyed. And the more followers he has, the more, you know, what's the term? The more skrilla he can get. But what's happening is his church is breaking down and he's losing that skrilla.
Yeah.
So it becoming, unfruitful. Choke the word. Alright, because Nate has the truth. They teach the truth, but the truth is being choked because of some other thing.
Yeah.
Okay? He ain't getting as much skrilla as he used to get. No one is revering Nate like they used to. So he's getting all caught up, man.
And these are they which are sown on good ground, such as hear the word and receive it, and bring forth fruit. Some 30-fold, some 60, and some 100.
Right, and that's talking about all of the brothers. You got certain brothers that's got large caps. You got the brothers that's got super caps, and you got brothers that's got small caps. All right, but they brought forth their fruit. Okay, and brought forth the brothers of the Lord, and they became men of the Lord. Excuse me. All right. Like when you read the parable in Matthew 25, what does it say? You had the 5 wise and you got the 10 virgins. 5 were wise and 5 were foolish. Right? And what made them foolish? Because you had the other 5, they left the oil, and then later on they inquired to get the oil from those that took their oil for their lamps. Okay? And when you read all the way down, matter of fact, brother, let's go get that. Let's get Matthew 25. Right. He left the oil.
As Nathaniel took that video down, Trayvon Martin video, we snitch. You remember I was talking about we snitch, right? And now they got the non-disclosure for this woman that's been murdered. And it's not no longer hearsay. It's actually they've arrested the guy for murder. What's her name? John Morgan. So that video, they've got to take it down about we snitch, because now they're not cooperating with the police. Non-disclosure. That's Nathaniel. You heard about all that, yeah?
I never heard about the comment about we snitch, but I know about the Joy Morgan.
Around 2013, that video, they better take it down, because that cuts them. They were talking about Trayvon Martin when he got murdered, and they were saying, "Oh, you niggers in the."
Well, you know, somebody can do a video on that, man.
Yeah, that's why I'm putting it out there. I'm gonna do my little thing, but I'm putting it out there for anybody else as well. You know, it cuts their ass.
You were the first one I caught it, brother. So you can fix that bad boy.
You know, this thing is a two-edged sword, boy.
Yep.
Right, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 25. I'll start from 1 or get to the point.
Get to the point.
Matthew 25 and 7. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us of your oil.
Right, give us of your oil, because they didn't take their oil. Go on.
For our lamps are run out.
Right.
But the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there be not enough for us and you, but go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves.
In other words, you gotta go get it for yourself. You gotta learn this thing for yourself, man, because it's gonna come a time where this shoe ain't gonna be brought out like we're bringing that out. Okay, you're gonna have to fend for yourself. You're gonna have to try and find somewhere or someone that can give you the truth. But that's somebody that got the truth. They're not gonna give it to you. It's too late. Go on.
And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came.
Let's get that again.
Verse 10. And while they went to buy,
so when they went to go seek the knowledge that we was bringing out to them, all of a sudden the Messiah came. So it was too late. That's why it says, man, that's why it says in 2 Peter 3, it says that the thief suddenly shall come as a thief in the night, man. When you least expect it. Okay, so you gotta get this truth while the getting is good. Not waiting for the last minute. Go on, brother.
The bridegroom came, and they were ready and went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut.
And the door, see that? I tell you what, brother, what will you got? Give me Matthew 7. Give me the scripture where it speaks about I think it's Matthew 7:7, man. I think it says something to the effect of that's why they shall say, Lord, Lord, and they shall not enter in. See, that's what happens sometimes, man. Like, you know, when you don't plan a topic,
21.
scriptures just come in your mind, man.
I think it's Matthew 21.
Yeah.
Matthew 7 and 21.
Matthew chapter 7 verse, I'll start from verse 20. Wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Go ahead.
But he that doeth the will of my Father,
But he that do the will of my Father, go on,
which is in heaven.
which is in heaven. They've sowed out seed and got what they returned. Got back what they returned. What is it? Matthew 25, the parabolic chapter concerning the 10 virgins, the 5 were wise and the 5 were foolish. Okay, so what is the will of the Father? Let's go back to Matthew 25.
And while they were, Matthew 25 and 10, and while they went to buy it, the bridegroom came.
So when they went to go seek the knowledge, that's when the Messiah came in the midst. And that's why it also says in Matthew 7 and 20, I believe it's 4, it says there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And the ones that are really going to be weeping are those that knew better but lost a part of the knowledge. That's why they went to go seek the knowledge. Okay, go on.
And they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut.
So who's going to be ready, brother?
The elect.
Exactly. How are they going to be ready? Because we're going to stay upon what we have, which is the truth. And we're going to be looking for his appearance. Looking for the manifestation of the Lord. Those are the ones that's going to be ready. Now these other individuals, these other clowns in these different camps, they're not ready. And I'm talking about these different camps that are coming together, setting up unity camps and pretty much confusing the doctrine, trying to fuse their doctrine together, or they teaching something other than what the truth is. They're not ready. Because if they were ready, they would completely build the truth and teach the complete truth. Okay? So IUIC, they're not ready to beat the Lord. ISUPK, they're not ready to beat the Lord. I'm just calling their names out. Sometimes you gotta name names. It's a time to name names, and there's a time where you don't have to name names. All right, and you also got HODC. They're not ready. They're gonna be found not ready if they don't repent. So let's keep reading.
Afterward also came the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us.
Right. See, Lord, open up to us. Go back to Matthew 7 and you left off at when he say Lord, Lord.
Matthew chapter 7 verse 21. That everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
And that's their way of saying, open up to us, Lord, when they call on the name of the Lord. Because you got these camps, they know the name of the Lord. All right, go on, keep going on.
But he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven.
Right.
So back in Matthew 25 and 11. Afterward came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us.
Right.
But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not.
I know you not. Go back to Matthew 7 again.
Matthew 7 and 21. That everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Keep reading now.
But he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven.
Keep going.
Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have we not cast out devils? And in thy name